If you don't have a 50-pound get home bag, you're going to die. Okay, maybe you won't die, but there's a reason why I have a 50-pound get home bag. I know a lot of preppers out there and their channels, and they're like, 10 to 12 pound, that's all you need to get home. All you need is a knife and a can of tuna fish, and you're good. Well, I require a little bit more than that. Plus, with this heat here, I'm going to need a lot more water than most people in other areas. So, my bag is geared and designed naturally for my area, and that's what you should do for yours. For me, I have the little things like the hydration packets for my water just to help with that. Plus, being in the city, I'll be walking home from the city. I have a Silcock key, and look that up. Basically, just looks like a little cross, and it's basically you go up to a building and you use it to open those boxes so you can get to the spigot outside, and you can fill your water bottle up and at least get some water in the city type areas. So your bag will be geared naturally for your area. So that's pretty much anything different I might have. Now naturally in here, I keep my extra socks. I have MREs for 2 people for 72 hours. And that's because my situation, there will be possibly 2 people, and the worst case scenario that I'll ever be away from the house is going to be 72 hours. So that's how I figure. So if you're going to go see grandma or any sort of relatives, don't forget, and you see them a lot, and that could happen, make sure you factor in that type of a walk home and how much food you're going to need. So with that said, let's say I'm at the fire station and I have to walk home. So for me, that's roughly about 10 to 12 hours of a walk. So I would still keep about 24 hours worth of food. And here's the reason. Because being in the big city, if I'm walking home, and SHTF has happened, obviously, because that's where I'm walking, I'm going to make sure I gear for about 24 hours. Because what if there's civil unrest and something going on, and I have to walk around or even wait for something to dissipate? So I might have to hide out and for 6, 7, 8 hours. So make sure you have enough food and water in there just in case. And you trust me, you do not want to be scrounging around for food or water if there is some sort of a riot or civil unrest going on. There's just something you do not want to be going around because there's people stealing stuff possibly and whatever. So you just don't want to be walking around looking for food when you're like, man, I should have just packed just a little bit more. And don't worry, you're somewhere and I'm 50 pounds. I just start emptying the bag. I don't need 3 MREs. I just need maybe 1, and I don't need other different things. So you can just leave it there. Don't worry. I know people are like, but that's food. It's a couple MREs. Think of it as karma. You're leaving that for someone else. But your objective is to get home where you have your real preps and to get safety and everything else. So don't worry about leaving stuff behind. Big deal. It's just a few things. So in this bag, plus there's a little bit of weight because I keep my it says YouTube, so pew pew here, and a few extra magazines, and you should do that too for your safety, or whatever you're allowed to do in whatever area you live. So, but that's what I do for this. Plus, you'll notice naturally it's not Molly webbing, and I don't have the Punisher sticker and stuff like that on there. That's a reason for that, because in my area there's not a lot of people walking around with military style bags. So I would stand out so much more if I'm trying to walk home in this city type atmosphere. Plus, I don't want them looking at me going, looks like that guy's got his act together. Let's go steal what he's got. I'm sure he's got something good in there. So we just, I want to blend in, gray man type style. Plus also, I keep an extra trash bag in there. I figured, this is just a thought, put a big trash bag over it and make it look like I've got a trash bag on my back. So who's going to want to go, rip off someone who's got a trash bag on there? So, just a thought. Hopefully I won't have to use it. So, but hey, it's a thought. But that's why I went with this. Plus, you got to think of it this way. Just as long as the military's been around, there's been people camping. And a matter of fact, back when people were, settling and going across the land, what were they doing? Camping, basically. So we've been camping for just as long as we've been doing stuff in the military. So you have to think, they've had a lot of time to design this stuff just as well as the military stuff. You can do the same, back here. This one, just if you want to know, it's a 65 liter, so yeah, it's pretty big. See, they have nice padding. They got the, hard shell to help with your back, plus that pew-pew in the back, it's not poking you. And, they got a place for a water bladder. Anything that the military bag has, they've got it for this one. So, don't discount, camping type supplies, because they have everything that you need. So don't forget that. But anyway, so that's my 50-pound get home bag. You can adjust your bag to you, which I highly recommend you do. So anyway, put down in the comments if there's anything, maybe some ideas that I might have missed that I could put in my bag or anyone else's bag out there, and maybe tell me what you have in yours. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you in the next video.